Having an identity is just part of being human. Your name, birth date, relationships, and more define who you are and help others identify you as a unique person. The problem is that your identity isn't very secure without attention. A criminal can easily steal it, pretend to be you, and cause serious problems. Think about it this way. Organizations like banks depend on each customer having a unique identity. They establish this with information like your name, social security number, address, and birth date. Once your identity is established, it becomes easier to work with the bank, manage your finances, withdraw money, and apply for credit cards and loans. Online, you can use passwords and PINs to access your accounts and personal information. If a criminal steals your identity, they can fool organizations and access the same resources you can. If this happens, they can change your contact info, billing address, and login information so you lose access. Then they can apply for credit cards and loans that put you in debt and ruin your credit before you even know there's a problem. Identity theft can happen to anyone, and it takes years to recover. The key to reducing risk is awareness. In order for a criminal to steal your identity, they need your personal information like account numbers, passwords, medical records, and social security numbers. This information often appears on documents that criminals may be able to find when we're careless. Always keep sensitive documents in a safe place, and if possible, have a mailbox with a lock. Be careful what you put in the trash and shred any documents that may be a risk. Your computers and devices can also be risks. Use strong passwords, PINs, and a password manager to help make it easy. Criminals may also contact you directly, posing as an organization, and fool you into handing over the personal information they need. Remember, organizations like your tax office and banks will not call you to ask for personal or account information. Be aware and never give out passwords, PINs, or social security numbers over the phone. The same is true with email and websites, where criminals are very good at appearing official. If an email looks suspicious or asks for your account information, don't click any links, just delete it. Protecting yourself also means paying close attention to bank statements and bills. If something looks out of place, contact the organization immediately. Above all, remember that your identity is a target for criminals. Don't make it easy for them, and you'll be able to avoid years of problems.
When asked what should be saved in a fire, along with family and pets, people often choose photos. If photos mean a lot to you, it's time to learn why keeping them on the web makes sense. This is online photo sharing in plain English. As you know, cameras and photography have changed. What used to appear on paper now appears on computers and phones. No matter the format, we still love our photos, and now they have new powers. But first, let's be practical. These days, a fire may not be your biggest worry. A computer failure can destroy thousands of memories. You can avoid this by keeping your photos backed up on the internet. A number of sites make it inexpensive and easy for you to upload your photos for safekeeping. Now, because photos can be uploaded to a website, all sorts of cool things are possible. To make our point, let's look at the old way. You visit the Grand Canyon and take beautiful photos. You get them developed, and a few days later add them to a photo album that sits on a shelf. Few people see them, and it's a pain to find a specific photo in all those albums. Boo! Now, let's look at the new way, with a popular service I use called Flickr. You visit the Grand Canyon and take beautiful photos with a digital camera. Once you're home, you move the photos onto your computer and then upload them to the Flickr website. You just click Upload, find the photos on your computer, and upload them to the web for safekeeping. Ah, sweet peace of mind. Yay! But it doesn't stop there. You need to make sure that it's easy to find photos in the future. Along with adding titles, you can add keywords or tags that describe the photo. You might use tags like Grand Canyon, Arizona, Park, Scenery, 2007 to describe this photo. Each of these tags becomes a way for you to find photos in the future. Just click a tag and 1,000 photos become a few related ones. Now, once your photos are online and findable, it's time to look at another fun part of online photo sharing, the actual sharing. You can choose to make your photos public or private. It's up to you. Private is like a photo on your wall. Few see it. But public is like taking your photos to a party. They become a representation of you and offer a way to make friends. So try sharing your online photos with the public. Here's what to expect. Friends and even strangers may leave comments on your photos. You can see which of your photos are most popular, and you may even discover that you're more motivated to take photos because you want to share them with the world. So, photo sharing sites like Flickr do two things really well. One, they keep your photos safe, organized, and findable. And two, they make photo sharing fun by making photos social. At the very least, back up your photos online. But if you're ready for fun, open your photos to the world and start to feel the love. I'm Lee Lefevre, and this has been Online Photo Sharing in plain English. Remember the good old days of TV and radio? Everyone would gather around to be entertained. Shows were broadcast at specific times, and if you weren't there on time, you missed it. Broadcasts disappeared into the ether. Well, things have changed. This is podcasting in plain English. Here's the big idea. Thanks to podcasting, showtimes don't matter. When a new show is created, podcasting gives you a way to capture it and take it with you to watch or listen to later, usually for free. It makes shows personal and available on demand. That's what makes it different from broadcasting. It works by setting up a connection between a website and a computer so that new shows automatically show up when available. Here are 3 reasons why podcasting is becoming so popular. The first is that anyone can do it. No satellites, radio towers, or studios needed. Most people only need a microphone or video camera, a computer, and a connection to the web. With these things in place, they can make their own show that is open to everyone. It also means that there's a wide variety of podcasts. Whether it's investment advice from Wall Street or your neighbor's gardening show from down the street, there is likely a podcast for you. The second is subscriptions. This means that if you visit a website that has a great podcast, you can click a button and subscribe to receive future shows automatically. All you need is a free tool called a podcatcher, like iTunes, that acts as a way to capture the shows. The shows become yours to listen to or watch as much as you want, where you want. The third reason is gadgetry. You can download a podcast onto a computer, but you can also download it to an MP3 player or other portable device and take it with you. And remember, podcasts work on all sorts of devices, not just iPods. So, let's look at how Jason uses podcasts. He uses the web every day, rides the bus to work, and loves Japanese culture. Recently, he found a podcast by a Western couple living in Tokyo. After a quick listen, he subscribed to their podcast from their website. That night, as he slept, a new show downloaded onto his MP3 player. The next morning, he was on the bus, listening to his new friends in Tokyo, imagining what it would be like to eat the freshest sushi in the world. Podcasting made it happen. It made it possible for the couple in Japan to create a show for only a few yen. It made it possible for Jason to subscribe to their show and take it with him. Podcasting means we don't have to depend on traditional media. Now, everyone can have a voice that shows their true colors. I'm Lee Lefevre, and this has been Podcasting in Plain English. Welcome to RSS in Plain English. The internet has problems. Technorati says there are over 50 million weblogs, and as you can see, it's going up. This is overwhelming. Our focus here is on a new and efficient way to keep up with all the cool stuff that's happening on the internet. There's the old, slow way. Boo! Then there's the new, fast way. Yay! Here's the difference between the new and the old way. This is you, and here are your favorite websites. You log onto your computer and you're looking for something new. You go out to your favorite blogs. Anything new? Nope. You go out to your favorite news sites. Anything new? Nope. Every time you look for something new and it's not there, you've wasted valuable time. This is the old way. Now, let's consider the new and fast way, which simply means taking these arrows and turning them the other direction. This means that new things from blogs and your favorite websites come to you instead. It's like Netflix compared to the video store. What we're talking about is using a single website that becomes your home for reading all the new stuff that's coming from your favorite websites. There are 2 steps to getting started. The first step is creating a home for reading new posts. This is a website called a Reader. All you need is a free account to get started. I use a site called Google Reader. It looks like this. My favorite sites are listed on the left, and on the right, I can scroll through all the new posts from my favorite sites in a single place. So, to complete step 1, you need to sign up for a newsreader. Step number 2 is to set up a connection between your reader and your favorite websites. Setting up these connections is called subscribing, and it's really important. Nearly every blog and news site offers the ability for you to subscribe, so new things from these sites show up here in your reader. To set up these subscriptions, look for funny little icons. This is the standard orange one. You might also see these. These little icons say, "Hey, subscribe to me, I can save you time." Once you find one of these buttons on your favorite site, click on it, and the page that appears will give you everything you need to subscribe. After you click that button, one of 2 types of pages will appear. This is one that provides one-click access to subscribing in your reader. The other page you're likely to see looks like this, with code on it. If you see this page, copy the address at the top of the page, go to your reader, and look for a link that says Add Subscription or Add Feed. Click on that and paste the address into your reader. Once you've added your subscriptions and the connection is there, new posts will begin arriving in your reader, and you'll see why this is the new, faster way to read the web. It's addictive, so be careful. A quick recap. There are 2 things you need to do. Number 1 is to go sign up for a newsreader. Number 2, go to your favorite websites, click on the icon, and subscribe. I'm Lee Lefevre, and this has been RSS in Plain English. Welcome to Social Bookmarking in Plain English. It's just too much. Did you know that there are over 15 billion web pages? To make sense of it all, we need ways to pluck out the best pages and save them for later. We have choices. We could bookmark or add to favorites in our web browser. Nah, it quickly becomes messy. Plus, these bookmarks are tied to only one computer. This is the old way. There's a new way that doesn't use a browser. It uses a website. This is called a social bookmarking site, and the one we'll use today is called Delicious. It makes bookmarking more useful and fun. We'll focus on 3 things: how to get started with bookmarking, how bookmarks are organized by tags, and why this kind of bookmarking is social. First, go to delicious.com to sign up for a free account. While you're signing up, you'll see an easy way to add a couple of buttons to your browser. These are important. The tag button is how you'll add new bookmarks to the website. On any website, you can click Tag to save that site as a Delicious bookmark. Easy. Consider this example. You're a teacher who often uses the web to find math lessons for 8th graders. You're overwhelmed by all the sites. There are just too many to remember. Using Delicious, remembering sites is as easy as tagging them. Here's one. Oh, nice. Perfect. Here's what happens when you tag a site. A new window opens and asks for more information. You can add keywords or tags that describe the site. These will help you find bookmarks later. You might tag this site Algebra, Best of, Tutorial, Math, and Homework. Then click Save to save it on the Delicious website. When you save a page like this, 2 things happen. First, the site is saved with all your other bookmarks on delicious.com. Second, the tags are saved in a list of all your tags. You just repeat this process for every site you want to save. This is bookmarking. Let's fast forward 2 months to make our second point, why tags are so important. Let's say you now have 100 bookmarked sites. Chaos, right? Well, since you added tags, you have a way to sort the bookmarks by the tags you assigned. To find all the sites about algebra, you click the algebra tag and voila, 100 becomes 3. All your bookmarks are now more findable thanks to tags. But that's only part of the fun. Now, let's look at the social part of bookmarking to make our third point. Think about your fellow teachers. Couldn't they benefit from seeing your bookmarks? Well, they can. Delicious bookmarks are public. This means that your friends and peers can see your bookmarks and use your tags just like you. That's why this is called social bookmarking. Your bookmarks can benefit other people. Think about it this way. You start bookmarking algebra sites and your peers can see the interesting sites you find. Then they start bookmarking too. Within a few weeks, a group of teachers are all bookmarking their favorite math websites, and because they're all public, everyone discovers new and relevant materials. Together, you create a network that produces a steady stream of interesting and useful websites, all organized by tags on the Delicious website. The lesson is that social bookmarking sites take a world of chaos and make it orderly. Remember, there are 3 steps to get started. First, go to delicious.com to sign up and add the buttons to your browser. Second, start bookmarking sites with tags. And third, be social. notice how useful and fun other people's bookmarks can be. I'm Lee Lefevre, and this has been Social Bookmarking in Plain English. Welcome to Social Networking in Plain English. Networks get things done. Whether it's sending a letter or lighting your home, networks make it happen. To get from Chicago to Santa Fe, we need to see the network of roads that will get us there. We see that Chicago is connected to St. Louis, which is connected to Dallas, which is connected to Santa Fe. Of course, people networks can help us with finding jobs, meeting new friends, and finding partners. You know how it works. Bob is your friend, and he knows Sally, and Sally's friend Joe has a job for you. This is a network of people, a social network. Yay! The problem with social networks in the real world is that most of the connections between people are hidden. Your network may have huge potential, but it's only as valuable as the people and the connections that you can see. Boo! This problem is being solved by a type of website called a social networking site. These websites help you see connections that are hidden in the real world. Here's how it works. You sign up for a free account and fill out your profile. Then you look for people you know. When you find someone, you click a button that says Add as Friend. Once you do this, you and that person have a connection on the website that others can see. They are a member of your network, and you are a member of theirs. What's really cool is that you can see who your friends know and who your friends' friends know. You're no longer a stranger, so you can contact them more easily. This solves a real-world problem because your network has hidden opportunities. Social networking sites make these connections between people visible. Like a map for a highway, they show you the people network that can help you get to your next destination, whether it's a job, a new partner, or a great place to live. Your network is suddenly more useful. I'm Lee Lefevre, and this has been Social Networking in Plain English.